Hey guys, Brennan here. Today I thought I'd give you a fun one by discussing my investment strategy with you guys. Not financial advice. You guys do your own research. This is purely for entertainment purposes. It's just me voicing my opinions. Feel free to listen to them. Feel free to ignore them. It doesn't matter to me. I thought I'd talk about just the craziness of markets today. Which they are crazy. They're very highly valued. Some strategists will say we're overvalued. Some strategists say we're undervalued. It's really hard to say in this global economy. And every situation is different for every country and every financial market. But you really need to start directing your capital in ways that will be able to provide you a good quality of life in the future, because we're facing so many inflationary and deflationary forces all at once that it's really hard to say where we're going to go. And if someone is able to say that they're able to predict with 100% certainty where we're going, they're lying to you. Even the world's most advanced AI models probably still they're not able to predict where we're going to go. So I believe diversification is vitally important, where you have to have both offensive plays and you have to have defensive plays. And so that's how I view it. Like a good defense is a great offense. And I've talked about say precious metals on this channel before. They were always a defensive play for me, and over the years they actually turned out to be a good offensive play as well. Like I started buying silver at 21 USD per ounce. And that's spot price. And then I was buying gold at $1,800 USD per spot price per ounce. And look at what those metals have done. They've doubled, more than doubled in that time. And then I also like to hold cash, physical cash, because you never know. With everything being so electronic nowadays, all it takes is for one serious cyber attack, or a solar flare, or an AI agent messing around with the programming of the banking system, whatever it is. I believe physical cash is a great asset to have, because you just never know. We're in some of the most uncertain times in all of human history, and it's best to be diversified in both electronic and physical cash, because cash is king. And it's important for me to have some of that for my investing strategy. Whether I take advantage of deals, if somebody wants to sell something real quick, or just to account for a rainy day in the future. And then I love the stock market. I love looking at all these very interesting publicly traded companies, seeing what could possibly be winners in the future, and what are good deals and bargains. Because a lot of people have kind of a doom and gloom view on the stock market, saying that everything is overvalued. There are no good deals anywhere. It just doesn't make sense to enter into these stocks with the share prices being the way that they are. And I agree. For a lot of the popular names that are out there, of course they're going to be overvalued because they have so much attention brought to them. And so for me, I view a lot of those companies as boats that have already left the dock. You've already missed them. It's too late. It's time you start looking at areas of the stock market that are undervalued or fair priced. I like to have a kind of Warren Buffett strategy, where I like to buy good companies or companies that I think are going to be good at fair prices or even undervalued prices. And so in that regard, you also have to be kind of a contrarian. But you need to have a contrarian view that is right. Like you can't just be contrarian to be contrarian, if I'm even saying that word correctly. You have to have a view of some technology or some company that is unloved or just not quite properly understood in order for you to really win in these markets. And so one of my contrarian views is cellular agriculture. So you just, instead of growing like a full plant or a full animal when it comes to farming, what you do is you grow just certain parts of the animal or certain parts of the plant in bioreactors or fermenters. So my view is, in the future, those companies are going to do quite well because industrial farming is it's very damaging for the environment. So people, when they invest in the stock market, they usually think that as soon as a company reaches its peak, it stays there forever, and if forever remains a leader. And that's not always the case. Like look at General Electric, for example. General Electric was one of the largest companies in the world, if not the largest at one point. And that stock and that company has fallen from grace, and it's now even divided into 3 separate companies. And so financial markets will always be cyclical in nature, and they will always rise and they will always fall. And so there are always going to be opportunities to look for companies that will be the ones that rise to the top. And even with the rise of AI in the future, AI may help with abundance a lot more than, say, the abundance that we have now. But we will always live in a world with unlimited demand and scarce resources. So AI may help with the scarce resources part, but there will always be demand. And so with that demand comes opportunity. And so you just have to keep your eyes open and look for that opportunity. And then when I invest in these markets, I want actual ownership. And so over the years, property rights have been subverted, mostly through what's referred to as security entitlements. And so even the word security entitlement pisses me off, because I think it's such a condescending way of saying, hey, you don't actually own your stuff, but you're entitled to the profits of that stuff and the voting rights to that stuff. But you're not actually entitled to that security. So if I find a good company to be invested in, I will be looking to either direct register that security, or I tend to, if they're still available, I will want to get a stock certificate. Because the great thing about stock certificates is because they're real, they're real securities, and you can actually use them as collateral for a loan, for example. And so, like, with the markets nowadays, we're kind of living in a failed monetary system. Like the fiat currency system that we have now globally, it all happened in the 70s. It worked great for decades, but as time has gone on, it just has become less effective. And even people behind, like, say, the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, or even the World Bank, they have admitted publicly that the financial system has lost its effectiveness. And with the high amounts of debt all around the world, the best way to pay off that debt is not to default on it through means of deflation, but the best way is to default through inflation. And we've seen a lot of inflationary pressures over the years, and I feel like that's going to be the reoccurring theme here. where old debts will be paid off with more debased currency. And so that way the older debts are easier to pay off because the currency systems that we have right now are inflating out of control. But will it remain that way forever? I don't know. I don't think so. At some point, we'll probably see the new introduction of the next monetary system, which is central bank digital currencies. When that happens, I don't know. Will it happen during a deflationary crash, or will it happen during an inflationary crash? And in whatever scenario we end up having, I don't want to be caught without my clothes. Metaphorically speaking, I want to be able to weather whatever storm is coming our way, because everyone can see it. There's a storm coming. We're already kind of living in the early stages of that storm. So, you know, for me, it's invest or die. So now is more important than ever for me to direct my capital accordingly. Don't be an idiot with it. Like I've done a lot of partying over the years, and I'm kind of tapped out when it comes to that. So now I need to be more responsible with my money. I was very prudent with investing a couple of years ago, and then I just fell off the train. But now I'm getting back on it because I see that there are tremendous opportunities in front of me, and also just tremendous scenarios that I don't want to be caught in unprepared. So that's what I'll be doing. And I can't wait to share that journey with you guys. So if you like this video, please like it. It'll send it out into the algorithm. Comment down below your strategy, what you think of mine, or just anything else you think in regard to financial markets and where they're heading. And share this with anybody you think would find it interesting, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.